we want to say that the reason that it's hard for you to pinpoint the answer of where exactly your resistance lies is because the resistance is your resistance to being as magnificent as you are capable. Your resistance is to allowing yourself to be the fullness of who you are, and the gifts that you possess that are beyond what many other physical beings possess. You know that it's beyond what many others possess. And this is very similar to what Stephanie has been going through. Allowing the fullness of your magnificence, allowing your light to shine and not dimming your light for others. When you allow your light to shine, when you allow your gift through without the resistance, that is a gift to others. When you hold yourself back in resistance, in doubt, confusion, when you hold yourself back in any way, you are diminishing the potential gift to those around you. When you are allowing the fullness of what you are capable of, it benefits everyone. It even benefits those you are not in contact with because it ripples out from you. It ripples out through the people who are in contact with you. And our invitation to you is to find time on your own to sit with this, allow this in, and put on sunglasses if you need to, but allow your light to shine.
What about, Erin, like if we all felt this connection with Stephanie, or Tracy and I did yesterday when we were talking about our psychic abilities. Like we feel very psychic. And
yes.
We feel like if we are doing this in front of people and they give us negative feedback, like they kind of make fun of it, then obviously there's some resistance inside of us that's being mirrored outside, but also like we're getting that confirmation that it is weird and like it's hard to move.
Okay, but let us say to you that and we have discussed this with several on these calls, but you are projecting the idea of weirdness onto others. You are projecting that they have that idea. When you are comfortable with who you be, with the fullness of your connection, with knowing that although it has been trained in you, it has been given focus by you, a great deal of focus, whereas others haven't. Others have this gift. And when you are living your gift without resistance, there is no resistance from around you. And if you are picking up on resistance around you, then you know you have some shifting to do that you are in some way not allowing. Because when you are allowing and you reside in that comfortable space of being blended, body, mind, spirit, when you are a blended triune being, there is no resistance around you. And it does not matter what people have said before and what their resistance may seem to be. And you may think that you know what their resistance is. When you are fully blended, that resistance cannot exist in your presence.
What part do you think is is like the body, mind, spirit triune, like you said, to be what do you feel anything in either one of us that might be holding that back? What part do we need to balance?
Well, we believe that it is in the mind. It is in the learning that you have had throughout your physical life, comments that you have picked up on, things that people have said, the way you have seen others be looked at for doing similar things. You have just seen an exhibit of the misalignment within them. So your mind has picked up on all of these things and used them as clues to create that feeling of weirdness. It's not there, and this is about using your body and soul to train your brain into a new way of being.
I think you just hit it on the nail. I mean, it was just something that, you know, the people who I grew up with or the influences that I grew up was, don't talk about this. Don't say anything. Absolutely do not open your mouth. Keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear anything. And then so when something did squeak out, which was all the time, I just felt so isolated. I felt like everybody disappeared from my life, and I think that's the thing that stopped me is I just don't want to feel isolated and alone.
Yes, and the group of you who have come together now and others that you are connected to, you are able to create your world in a new image. You are able to create your world in ways that you never dreamed of, because so many of you, and even when you are allowing yourself to create in many areas of your life, there are still those pieces in your quote-unquote reality that you think just are. And we are here to tell you nothing just is without your contributing creation. It is all you. And yes, you have been trained and picked up clues that have told you that this is dangerous to let this squeak out in public. And we are here to tell you, you can, now that you've recognized that within you, you can erase that, throw away that old story, and begin to create a new story. And the power of all of you coming together and doing this at similar times, it is a good time. You have chosen brilliantly to be here with other brilliant creators.
When you started talking, Erin, you were talking about how magnificent we are, and you know, and there's part of me that believes it, but then there's part of me that goes, sorry to say this, but there's part of me that says, who the fuck am I to think this?
That you are living your life story, your individual life story, and each being on your planet, on other planets, each being everywhere in existence is creating their life story. And you do not need to diminish yourself because of the other people included in your story. They have their own story. You are not diminishing anyone. The only way you diminish others is when you hold yourself back from your magnificence.
Oh.
That was brilliant. That was quotable right there. Yeah. Wow.
Oh God. All right. That's a new one. That's a good one. That's That's one that clicked. That's one that shifted something right there.
Mm-hmm. We felt it. But we want to tell you that there will be more shifting, and there will be more, and it is coming quicker and quicker nowadays. and your physical body is adjusting to try to keep up with this new level that you are reaching. And you will have many more clicks on your own with your friends. You are clicking along, expanding. And as we have spoken to others in your group, you are changing on a cellular level. We want to stress the importance of recognizing yourselves as triune beings, and each part, body, mind, spirit, is equally important. And in your life recently, there can be a great deal of focus on the spiritual. And we're inviting you to put equal focus. Enjoy equally all parts, and they will more easily blend together.
Okay. That makes sense, too. Mm-hmm. Maintaining that balance.
Yes, because you are in physical to be physical.
Oh, that is true.
You are in physical for the challenge of combining your spirit with a body, with a mind.